G'day cocktail lovers, I'm going to make a cocktail today that features Genever. Now, you may not know Genever very well, you may know it very well. You may find it hard to get. It's a fairly specialised spirit. It's essentially the precursor to gin. It's a Dutch spirit. It doesn't lean so heavily on juniper as gin does. It's more malty. And in fact, if you needed to do a substitution for Genever, it's kind of halfway between gin and whiskey. So you get a pretty good approximation of Genever if you go 50-50 with gin and a light whiskey. It's not exactly there, but it's not that far off. Another good sub, it's increasingly common for gin distillers to barrel age a gin, particularly in whiskey barrels, and that gin then takes on some of those whiskey notes. Again, makes it a pretty good Genever substitute. What I'm actually going to use is an Australian product. Now, Genever is one of those things that is a protected name. It has to be made in Holland, I think, and possibly a few other areas. So when this Australian distiller, Never, made a drink inspired by Genever, they gave it the really cheeky name of Jennifer, which I have to admit, I quite like wordplay, so I'm completely on board. This is also quite nice. Also, the other thing you might see references to Old Genever, or spelt the Dutch way, O-U-D-E. That doesn't mean aged, that means it's done in the old style. There are two distinct styles of making Genever. It has a storied history that has, as I said, led up to gin in England in particular. Go hang out on Wikipedia if you want all the details, but otherwise, let's make this drink, and this drink, calling in the Genever, is called the Flying Dutchman. In our shaker, we're going to put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of Genever, or our chosen substitute. Then we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of yellow Chartreuse. Then 3/4 of an ounce, which is around 22.5 mils of Benedictine. And finally, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Then we add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds to get it chilled and diluted, and then strain that into a chilled cocktail glass. I actually don't know the history of this drink, but I feel like it owes a lot to the last word. There are so many last word riffs, and I think this is another one. My first time trying it, first time I've used my Genever or Jennifer for a while, and I just thought I'd give it a go. Let's see what this is like. Unsurprisingly, with the Chartreuse and the Benedictine, this is quite herbal. There are definite gin notes coming through from the Genever as well, and the lemon juice just brightens the whole thing up. This is actually really good. It's a very bright, refreshing drink. The herbal elements don't make it too heavy. If you've ever tried a last word and enjoyed it, this may or may not be a direct riff on it, but it's in the same family, I think. I think you might enjoy this one, so give it a go. The Flying Dutchman. Cheers.